Hopefully that's not the case, but anyhow, guys, welcome back. We're officially in the picking phase here of game number 2 in this best of 3 series between Let Your Money Talk, now on the Legion side, and Team... I actually don't know how to pronounce their name that well. Is it Nevolution Esports? Is that close?
Neo Revolutions.
Neo Revolution Esports. Okay, and
Yeah.
on the team list, they combined Neo and Revolution, so it's Neolution, and I didn't really know exactly what that meant.
Yeah,
so. Neo Revolution. Okay, a very important thing to note out. So anyhow, guys, welcome back. Sorry for the short delay in between games, but I do believe. Neo is up 1-0 in this series, or did they switch sides? I'm actually a little bit turned around now.
Wait, Neo is in the Hellborn, right?
Yeah, I believe they were Hellborn last time,
Neo,
actually.
yeah, Neo was in Hellborn the last game.
Okay, so they did not swap sides. That's what was throwing me off. So anyhow, yeah, we are back, and Neo is up 1-0. Last game, of course, Team Neo did pick up the additional prize pool of not using a single rune and still picking up a victory. So there you go, a little bit of extra money in the bank for them, using some of the additional incentives to spice this up a little bit. We'll see what they do here, though. Of course, a couple of other things still available for them to add to that prize purse a little bit if they win before that 15-minute mark. Or if they do, or if someone on their team does pick up an Annihilation. Those will be their 2 golden tickets to adding a bit more money.
The Abstract will be changing computers because he's having black screen because he made such a major dub of not sitting in the spectators slot. So yeah, he'll be casting from Mishra's computer, which won't make a difference, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, so he'll join us in a moment.
Okay, sounds good. Big plays coming out.
Big breaky dub, I guess.
Yeah.
Asian breaky dub.
Big Abstract plays. Yeah, the Asian breaky. That's exactly right. So, anyhow, we are well underway here. Starting things off and just running over these rosters to see a lot of familiar faces from last game, but it does look like Neo's doing pretty much the same thing here, going with their huge amount of AoE disable. I mean, again, everyone on their team has a big AoE stun, and actually Pebble's going to initiate this here. It looks like Blacksmith going to be caught between a rock and a hard place. And he's going to be able to survive, so perhaps Blacksmith was not the best target here to start things off. You're going to try and turn this around onto Pebbles, and oh no, he's going to walk right into Cthulhuphon as there a charge coming up in just about 1 second. But all the while, down here in the bottom, we see a Bloodlust kill coming out onto a Luna. A little more kills follow. Indeed, they shall. Nice charge from Cthulhuphon to help set that up. There's a Slagmites from Pebbles. Flint Beast will going to get caught. He's probably going to be a better target here. Unfortunately, the stun from Pyromancer is going to miss, though. And that will be enough for Flint Beastwood to get away. So a lot of action here to start things off. A 1-for-1 hero kill exchange. And it just continues. Blacksmith going to get caught in a double stun. Are they have enough damage to finish him off this time? Ooh, the mana battery going to be just enough to keep him alive. Myrmidon going to get caught by the stun. He's going to go down for the first time. LYMT going to start pulling ahead, but of course drawled up right after. Now sitting 2-2 here, a minute and a half in.
Wow, Cthulhuphon is surprisingly very bulky and irritating in this game. I wasn't expecting much from him early, but it seems that his tank role really fits well in this game because he can just soak up so much damage.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're exactly right. That's one of the picks I looked at, like, Cthulhuphon. I haven't seen him in Mid Wars too much, but, you know, anyone with a big AoE disable, like Trample, certainly will work nicely. Regeneration Rune gonna pop right there. We will see LYMT pick it up. Now, one thing I do want to note is we're talking about runes. Neo has no incentive not to pick up runes here. Once you pick up one of the additional prices, you can't do it again in that single series. So they may actually use runes this game, as that did roll over from last match. Hopefully that was clear. Looks like Cthulhuphon going to be engaged on, though, and just as you were mentioning, he is one tanky force. He is going to fall, but it took pretty much everything this Hellborn side had to take him down, so I do like that choice. But what do you think about Soul Stealer being thrown into the mix here? I mean, certainly he does do a lot of AoE damage, but not a hero we see in Mid Wars too terribly often, at least on the international client.
Well, I think he would be perfect because he actually starts rolling at level 3 because of his hands, what's it called? Demon hands.
Yep.
They actually deal a lot at level 2 already, 150 per. So that's, if you get hit by 3, you're as good as dead. +1 nuke. So yeah, he's a very nice pickup, I guess, but only downside is he's very mana dry. So if someone picks up a Ring of Sorcery, then he'll be good to go.
Yeah, and that's a really good thing to point out. And, oh, Hammer Storm going to fall. Beautifully timed trample from Cthulhuphon. They're actually going to disjoint the hammer throw. And, of course, enough for him to secure the kill. Looks like Cthulhuphon going to get caught too far forward, though. He's going to go down. And, wow, LYMT actually going to be the aggressors here as they move up the hill. They want to get the hill advantage. And the action going to continue, but it looks like Neo going to start pulling ahead, at least for now. Myrmidon going to get taken out. Flint going to get those last few auto attacks off, and I think that's going to be the end of the little skirmish there. So actually not too bad of a play from LYMT, but yet again, some parallels from last game. They're starting to fall behind very, very early on, 6-8, down by a smaller deficit than last time, but a deficit nonetheless. To go back to the point about Soulstealer, though, I do agree with you so much. He certainly fits in with those demon hands, but what makes me nervous is he's so squishy, kind of like Flint Beastwood. Like, yeah, he can carry, yeah, he can do a lot of damage, but he's just going to get locked down against this heavy stun team.
I guess the brilliancy is that he has a range as great as actually greater than Flint's. Flint's flare isn't very long. The range is only 300 radius. If I'm not wrong, it's 500 cast range. But
800
for Soul Stealers, 800. But Soul Stealers, Demon Hands is 900. So that, and they stack. So if they walk up to him and they decide to back off, they would make a very big. They would have to choose, basically die to either his team or his demon hands.
Right, and that's a really good thing to point out as well. A few more kills coming out now, and just a few moments ago, this was a pretty even game with only about a K.5 worth of gold deficit, and now we see 11 to 6, and that's just about 4K gold, 1.4K experience, and things are starting to spiral out of control for LYMT. Unfortunately, this game feels a little bit more even. I don't feel like they were outdrafted as badly in this game as they were in the last game, but still, it just seems to be 5 huge AoE stuns is the way to go to make Mid Wars happen. So both teams going to take a little bit of a quiet moment here. Myrmidon actually going to throw some nice harassment. Look at all this AoE range. Aluna just going to get totally worked down. Absolutely nothing she could do about it, just standing on the high ground in totally a defensive position as well. Had the high ground and just too much damage. 2 kills now going to come up for the Hellborn side as Pebbles did manage to survive. And looks like Cthulhuphon now maybe in a little bit of trouble. He's going to man up just a bit too much. He's going to get caught. Down he goes. Soulstealer is going to head for the hills. I don't think they're going to have a spare stun to catch him. Oh, there it is. He's going to get caught. Now Soulstealer going to be in some trouble. A beautiful stun from Aluna. That's going to be enough to keep Soulstealer alive and also allow them to turn it around onto that humble Myrmidon. So Aluna, the beautiful emerald stun right there.
Yep. So yeah, as I was saying, yeah, back to Soul Stealer, he's able to dish out a lot while staying at a relatively safe range, just far enough so that his team can help him. So yeah, this is why his pickup is brilliant. Though I wouldn't agree that because they already have a Flint, so they'll have to babysit this quite a fair bit. So it's going to be a bit difficult uphill battle, but maybe with Cthulhuphon and Blacksmith both a little more bulky than the others, hopefully they will be able to tank it out, I guess.
Yeah, that is an interesting dynamic. In the they have the 2 ranged kind of hard carries, but Cthulhuphon does add something extra to the mix, and he is using that Hook'em ability for some additional survivability. And we'll see. I mean, again, I think like last game, this Legion team is going to flourish once we get into that late game. But the tricky part is just going to be surviving long enough and not preventing the other team from getting too beefy before their heroes start to peak. And we see a nice double tap there coming out for Pebbles. Just so much burst damage. There's so many parallels from that last game. I still feel like LYMT isn't playing this poorly. They're not really being that aggressive. Just how do you deal with this much stun? And again, I don't really have a good answer for that until they can farm up, Shrunken Heads or Null Stones or something like that.
Usually I would just hug the tower and just set EXP as much as I can. There's nothing much you really can do against a team like that except pick silencers.
Yeah.
AoE silencers like Scout or maybe Defiler.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So besides those facts, I'm pretty certain that this game will soon spiral out of control, as it already has.
Yeah.
Hellborn has already snowballed to a level where Legion cannot keep keep up because they really have too many squishies. Soul Stealer, Flint, and Aluna, they're really easy. Blacksmith is a bit bulkier but still will fall to a quick combo of their stuns. Cthulhuphon will be their sole survivor, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the level difference. We see everyone level 5 on this Legion side, and actually Blacksmith sitting level 4 while we see people level 8, level 7 over on the Hellborn side of things. So I think your point is spot on that things have already spiraled out of control, and the big difference right now is that experience. Mostly one team having ultimates and the other team having none, I think is just having a tremendous impact right here. And really, it's allowing NE0 to dive this tower. They're doing so much damage. Soul Stealer going to get an ultimate off, but he's just going to get dropped like a sack of bricks into the river as he gets taken out. Aluna going to fall shortly after here, it looks like. Hammerstorm trying to come around to line up a stun, and sort of action in two different parts now, but this Legion team probably going to get scraped up here. Hammerstorm going to go straight in. He's going to throw the stun. Down goes Flint. Now we're going to see Blacksmith in a little bit of trouble. Oh, Hammerstorm maybe overcommitting here a little bit. Unfortunately, just not enough damage. I mean, we even see most of these heroes on the Hellborn side with magic armor, mitigating a lot of that DPS that Soul Stealer can put out.
And interestingly enough, two of the Hellborn members already have their portal key, so yeah, it's really a very big difference. Oh my god, that's a big blink by Soul Stealer, but
Yeah.
oh, he might be safe, might not. Well, I think Cthulhuphon managed to. Oh no, he got chased down by two other Hellborn members, so that's a nice try, but no dice.
Yeah, I mean, it was
So,
a noble effort. It was still a really nice kill to start it off. So, but you're right, a big man up from Soul Stealer there, unfortunately.
Basically, since it is Mid Wars, you can just die all you want and try to just risk everything just for a kill. You know, since you don't really die from you don't really minus gold from dying, so you might just as well do your best, get some kills. Even if you die, you will still get some revenue and farm out even better items. Like you see, Soul Stealer went in for that kill, so he got himself marches and mystic vestments. So I wouldn't say that that's a bad dive. Instead, that will be a good dive for him to get himself back on track.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Though the one caveat with Soul Stealer, and why I question him in Mid Wars a little bit, is the problem with the souls. You know, there's a lot of dying here, and if he hits 30 souls this game, I will be shocked. And that's definitely something to keep in mind, kind of limiting the cap on that hero.
Yeah, that's very true. Now that you have just said it, I didn't even realize that, you know. So I would say the Soul Stealer's Soul Burst wouldn't really do much, considering that he wouldn't get much of souls, you know.
Yeah.
I would say if he got Dread, it will help the team a lot more, because yeah,
That's pretty true. He should have really gotten Dread rather than Soul Steal in this case, you know.
Yeah.
He can well basically serves about the same purpose, reducing the armor of the opponents, and rather than improving your damage, you know, you can improve the damage of your teammates as well due to the armor instead of increasing your own damage. So that wouldn't really help your teammates as much.
but Hammer overcommitted,
Yeah.
ends up dying. But Hammer is manly. He's been a lot of big plays. That wasn't one of his. So yeah, but
Yeah.
well, I would say it's still pretty even. Hellborn, Legion still has a chance, very dim though, but a chance is still a chance nonetheless.
Yeah.
So if Flint and this Soul Stealer can really amass enough to take out this team, then I would have to say Hellborn is in a lot of trouble. But looking at how they are getting caught, I am very pessimistic about their chances, I would say.
Yeah, and you know, what do you guys think about Soul Stealer's choice to pick up that portal key first? I would have thought that he'd go an Assassin Shroud to kick things off in this game, because I mean, Assassin Shroud is just a popular item in Mid Wars in general. I don't know, the portal key feels a little shaky for me on the Soul Stealer.
Well, I would have to say portal keys are a very vital part of Mid Wars. I have this form. I have analyzed. So the first team, what my theory is, the first team to pick up their portal keys will have a better chance of winning because of that also important initiation.
Yeah.
Because the map is relatively small, so a portal key will actually increase your mobility and initiation capabilities maybe twofolds. So, which is why Portal Key is such a good pickup, but on a Soul Stealer, I would have to say he's picking up as a follow-up instead, because Cthulhuphon can simply charge in and he just, amidst all the confusion and the stuns, he just blinks in and ultimates, but at this point, I would have to say a Shroud would have been a lot better choice, simply because they are all getting caught out of everywhere.
Yeah, and I mean, your point about initiation with that portal key is definitely spot on, but as we've mentioned a few times, their ticket to winning this game is going to be a lot more defensive. Play some D, sit by the tower, and try and survive as much as possible. So, you know, the portal key doesn't quite fall in line with that mindset as much as we would like, but yeah, I mean, the onslaught just continuing here. 12-38 now, 13 minutes in, as NE0 just kind of continues to tighten their grasp a little bit, getting ever so close to that tier 2 tower.
Yeah, and with all those portal keys, 3 portal keys in fact, they have so much initiation power. It's very, very scary. You every moment you will see either Pebble's hammer or Pyro just blinking onto someone. So yeah, So yeah, my point stands. So it's usually you getting caught by either 2 or 3 members of the other team. So really, I would have to say, chances is really slim, So they would need to play very prudently, I guess.
Yeah. It's definitely starting to look a little bit grim here, and we see Blacksmith just stepping up a little bit too far. He's going to pay the ultimate price for it. I don't know. It's just one of these games where I feel like, what can this Legion team do? What could they do to start turning this around? And I don't know. I mean, both games, NE0 just really seems like they did their homework, they prepared, and they found these lineups that are just so possibly difficult to deal with. And I mean, there are just so many AoE stun heroes that you can't possibly blind ban all of them. So it's just a very powerful strategy. Hard to counter as well. You know, how do you just counter raw AoE stuns? That's really not an easy task. Hammerstorm going to get a bit too manly yet again here. He has definitely been on man mode this game.
He has nothing to lose, I guess. Yeah. at this point of time, they really have nothing to lose, unless they really decide to go all out and throw the game.
Yeah.
It's possible to win, but honestly, it's quite difficult, I would say.
Yeah, this fight going to take sort of 2 turns here. Flint going to walk right into Pebbles, but actually going to be able to use that Shroud to survive. Unfortunately for the rest of his team, though, they're not going to be so lucky. They're going to get pretty much cleaned up here while Flint was off by himself. Now Flint's going to get caught. There's that portal key from Pyro, and he's going to go down. So we're still at that point where the defender's advantage is just a bit too much. Unfortunately, NE0 can't really take out this tower too easily, mostly because of the ridiculously short respawn timers. Just look at the level difference right now. We see level 13s, level 14s over on the Hellborn side. Pretty much exclusively level 8s and 9s here for LYMT.
Yeah. So all they can do now is just hope to pick up 1 or 2 kills out of their many deaths. I would have to say it takes 3 of the Legion team to just take out 1, I guess.
Yeah. Ooh, Hammerstorm actually going to fall. Pebbles maybe in a little bit of trouble. He's going to go down as well. Soulstealer getting a little aggressive here. They're going to try to do something. Forsaken Archer? No, not going to have that initiation power, as Soulstealer is pretty much dry on mana. So, the beginnings of what could be a comeback, at least. They're going to clean it up and get a chance to reset this fight. Probably shouldn't say the beginnings of a comeback, but the beginnings of not losing this game in the next couple moments.
Soulstealer.
Yeah.
He just stood there a bit.
I don't know what he was thinking right there.
Maybe he just lagged, I guess, but I would have to say that was a almost throw for them. They still have the chance, but they have to avoid getting picked off so easily.
Okay.
But then again, looking at the gold and experience deficiency, I only have 3 words for this game. Oh my god.
Yeah, it felt like what could be the beginning of a comeback, but yeah, Forsaken Archer on a bloodbath, that is certainly something scary. I mean, Forsaken Archer right now is 13, 1, and 25, pushing over 700 gold per minute. It's pretty impressive. And the onslaught just continuing here. A nice stun from Cthulhuphon. And there's the soul burst from Soulstealer, but again, he only has 8 souls, so it just didn't do that core amount of damage that you would really expect from a Soulstealer, and that's the problem with him here. And again, we were talking about that, leveling Dread first. Sort of an interesting thought, but one of the reasons why Soulstealer is sort of an odd choice for Mid Wars.
The idea was there, but they couldn't the execution was not, so it's a bit sad.
Yes, it is very sad indeed.
Yeah,
To be honest, so Steeler would do a lot better if if their team is actually leading the fight. You know, he would do a way a lot better. The impact will be a lot different. You know.
Wow, Hammerstorm is really tanky. It took 4 members to just drop him, and I really have nothing to say. Really, I have nothing left. Nothing else can be said for me, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep. Neo's breaking every rune, so I guess it's a smart choice to take that. No, you
Yep.
don't.
Taking to that fact that Neo's Revolution did not take any runes. If Neo Revolution wins, they will win $50 plus $20 due to the bonus of not retaking any runes. So they would get 70 USD in total if they win this.
Yeah, and, I was thinking that Neo may try and do a more aggressive pushing strategy here to try and pick up that extra cash for a win before the 15-minute mark. And, I mean, they don't have a bad pushing team, but they certainly could have gone more aggressive pushing if they wanted to meet that goal. So they wanted sort of the safe win, I suppose, by going with a sort of a similar flavor to the roster they ran in the last match. But
I think it's a bit.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No. No, I think it's because that it's really too annoying. The respawn timer is too annoying for them to actually go for the 15-minute game end price. So they decided not to and just go for the no runes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's really very difficult to have to try and take them all out while having to focus a tower, even at this point of steamrolling, I'd say.
Right. That's exactly right. I mean, your point you made at the end is really holds true. I mean, they're ahead by a huge margin right now, 37k gold, 27k experience, 23 to 66, and they barely finished off this tower down here. It's been a long effort so far, now about 20 minutes in, so you're exactly right. I mean, any team is going to be hard-pressed to win in 15 minutes unless it's just an absolute massacre stomp. I mean... That's a pretty hard goal to achieve. I don't know. There's probably some very special roster there that mixes a lot of AoE stuns and an absurd amount of pushing power as well. That will be kind of the golden ticket. Flint barely going to be able to survive, and a creep going to get chucked his way. Down he goes. Kind of a bittersweet ending there for Flint Beastwood.
But Flint is actually pretty farm. He still has a chance to fend off the rest, but for his team, not so much. They're not doing really well. So especially Soul Stealer, still trying to build up his BKB. But tough luck, I would say.
Yeah, very tough luck indeed. He's working hard on that Shrunken Head, man. He's doing what he can, but just too little, too late at this point. As we see a lot more kills coming out now, sitting 24 to 71. The World Tree going to be exposed, and they're going to start chipping away at it again. With the World Tree, it does regenerate extraordinarily quickly if you stop pressuring it. So if they want to go and try and commit to a kill here, we'll probably see them really commit when that's the case.
But I think they'll try and clear the Legion team once before they try, because it's to reduce the effort, I would say.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
I think it would. Oh, Cthulhuphon is actually a very. Oh, Cthulhuphon has a heart. He's really tanky, really bulky and annoying.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. Annoying is the right word there. I mean, that obliterate barely enough damage to finish off Pebbles, so that is going to slow down this pushing power. Of course, Pebbles does have a demonic breastplate, so he's kind of the key facet in being able to push this in a timely manner.
Yep. So, but Pyro has a lot of CCs at the moment, Hellflower and a Sheep Stick. So, yeah, So Hellborn team, a lot of benefits, I guess. Oh wow!
Flint
Big-
Beastwood.
Wow.
Oh, look at that. Finishes off the courier.
Oh, and Cthulhuphon is very difficult to kill now. He has barbed armor. Forsaken Archer just dropped to the barbed armor. And Flint, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so that was surprising actually.
Yeah.
They might LYMT might have a good chance to turn this around, but I would say it's all up to the Soul Stealer, really.
Yeah, well, we're getting at that point where where earlier on we kept talking about how, okay, If this Legion team survives, they hang in there, they're going to have that carry advantage with Soulstealer and Flint. You're exactly, I mean, they are getting there. Flint is almost level 16. He's sitting at that max range. He's hell in a handbasket to deal with, and this Cthulhuphon is no joke either. Unfortunately, Soulstealer, though, going to get initiated on and completely obliterated. Down he goes. Cthulhuphon, the only one left alive, and he's going to fall as well. Forsaken Archer almost killing herself, but is going to pick up a quad kill to make it happen. Almost that annihilation for that extra bit of cash. But unfortunately, Pebbles did pick up one of the kills. The World Tree going to be exposed. The Glyph is going to be used. They're going to have enough DPS to just nuke it down, and it looks like they will. That's going to be it. NE0 going to take the series 2-0 in this best of 3.
Oh. Alright, so that was it. 2-0 in favor of NEOs. I feel that their lineup, their draft was really well, so... Oh wait, FA actually got an Immortal. I didn't notice that.
Oh, I didn't actually. Wow. I don't know how we both missed the Immortal, but it must have been during heat of the action. But, of course, guys, this is basically the Grand Poobah Season 2. It's called Prize or Price, but it's basically the second installation of the Grand Poobah. And we are going to have one best of 3 series every Friday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Singapore time, 8 a.m. for those of you on the East Coast like I am. So, plenty more to come. I believe this is an 8-week series, is that correct?
Yeah. Mishka, this is an 8-week series, right? Yep, 8-week series.
Yep.
So yeah.
A lot of games to come in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah, there's still more, and well, I'll repeat again. Since the New Revolution won, they won $50 plus $20, $20 for the no rune bonus. So they will win. They will win back. They will win 70 USD. For the week 1. Will they be participating in week 2? Yes. So yeah. So NEO's Revolution will be participating in week 2 against. Let's see.
It is Team
I think
Highlight.
it's Team Highlight.
Yeah, that's what's listed here for week 2. So it should be Team Highlight.
So it will be New Revolution versus Team Highlight in week 2 then.
Yes, I believe that's correct. So we can all look forward to that. Exactly 1 week from today. So and everything is Mid Wars as well. So a nice little twist. A lot of money on the line. About $2 grand on the line when it's all said and done. I believe or so. Or no. At the end of it. Okay, sorry. At the very end. There's going to be an additional $300, $200 prize pool for that final team that wins in week 8. So a good bit of money on the line. It's the point I'm trying to make here. There is actual real money on the line despite this being a Mid-Wars event. It is pretty competitive.
Yep, so we hope to see more from this, I guess. Yeah. So next week will be... Let's hope next week will be as interesting as this week. Hope to see an Annihilation soon, I guess.
Yeah, we got close.
Yeah.
We got the quad kill. So next week,
quad kill.
Yeah, keep those fingers crossed for the Annihilation.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So I think we're done.
Yep.